So good afternoon, Satoshi. Again, an extreme pleasure to have you back. It's a real honor. But a world authority and you still come back to New Zealand. So what makes you choose Multicore World? What is different in Multicore?
Well, it's a very, I would say, a homey conference, let's say, with your leadership, of course. But we get, the world's leading experts enclosed in a single room, and we have very relaxed ambience, but be able to discuss up-to-date technology in a deep, profound fashion. So so it's a combination of a relaxed atmosphere, but also very deep dive into varying degrees of the up-to-date technologies, which to me is enlightening. Of course, I can present my stuff, but I learn a lot from the presentations. So that's why one reason I come back.
Yes. Now, Fugaku, an impressive machine, but from the perspective of a small country of New Zealand, perhaps the question is, which is the smaller jobs that you are running?
Well, actually, if you look at Fugaku jobs, 80% of Fugaku jobs are fairly small. But people tend to run a whole bunch of them because typically when you do real science or engineering, just running one big application usually does not cut it. Rather, if you run real workloads, you really need to run many instances or even ensembles and take statistical average, for example, in order to do real science or engineering. So, of course, on Fugaku, some workloads occupy a third of the machine, half the machine, or even the entire machine. It's pretty amazing that a machine with 8 million cores can be, can be run effectively with one single application. So that's an amazing feat of technology. On the other hand, in practice, in order to do real science, which Fugaku is intended for, some sciences require these variety of different granularity workloads, and we adapt to that. So even with smaller machines, you can achieve that.
Now, your paper, The 12 Myth, it has singular success all over the world.
Oh, thank you.
Apart from the, humorous approach, you actually touch a number of subjects in a variety of aspects. Is that a new way to disseminate knowledge from now?
Well, with this online publication and also with the social network, just like, I don't know, maybe a YouTuber, you need to capture the audience. So writing something that's a little, I would say, topical, but deeply, hopefully profound, people found it, would be one, and really raise the awareness.
I really enjoy it reading, but particularly sometimes deep new papers, I need to set apart a unit of time, whilst in this paper I just read it in instances.
Well, I wish people would disagree more, because a lot of people say, "Oh, I agree with you completely," and to me and people like Thorsten.
Yes.
And but that wasn't the reaction we were expecting. We're expecting, "Oh, you guys are just piece of crap," and and here are the, and we welcome those, because that was the whole intent, to raise not only raise the awareness, but for the community to discuss. So. But nonetheless, I think I really appreciate people reading the paper, and of course we have some work that has a much more solid technical follow-up to each of the subject matter. But hopefully the community will be aroused to the extent that they will attempt to either confirm us or deny us, and either way it's fine. And either way, I think that will allow us to progress forward in a much more deeper, profound fashion than just saying this is good and hype beyond the reality.
Do you have some timeline where you expect answers to your suppositions on the paper?
Well, we're posting on so Thorsten is posting a poll every week for each of the myth areas. So we expect 12 weeks, but really I think a lot of these topics are long-term research goals, quantum useful. So I think that none of the answers will be easy, because these are deep technical questions. But hopefully some of the papers, not just by us, but by other people with good results, will be popping up, in a very near time frame. Because people with existing work may say, "Oh, this will put my work in context, so I'll do that," and that may enhance the results, hopefully. So maybe some of the relevant papers may be coming up very soon, we hope.
Thank you very much again for coming, and thank you very much for your time in this conversation.